think then, if not Anglo-Catholicism, what do you think Reformed Anglicanism in particular has to offer as an alternative to Rome? So, or in other words, why should people be Reformed Anglican and not swim the Tiber?
Yeah, yeah. That's the big question, isn't it? That's sort of the question of my channel in a way. I mean, not that I'm specifically targeting Roman Catholicism, but yeah. So, well, first of all, Anglicans do have bishops. So I'm getting tired of, when Roman Catholics and whatnot go on about how Protestants don't have bishops, don't have apostolic succession. We do. So a lot of these claims about bishops, just we don't. It doesn't matter to us. We've got bishops, so you're preaching to the choir. Although, to be clear, I don't think that bishops, if you don't have bishops, you're not in the church or anything. But I think bishops are biblical and apostolic, and I think they're pretty clearly patristic. But I don't think they are absolutely necessary for you to be in the church. Yeah. But anyway, we've got that. We have a high view of sacraments. We believe that baptism saves, and we believe that the Eucharist saves. That they transmit salvific grace to you. So this system in Roman Catholicism, we don't disagree with it entirely. We believe that the Eucharist is in some sense sacrificial. We believe in an ordained priesthood who alone can consecrate the Eucharist. So a lot of these arguments that Roman Catholics make all the time about how baptism saves, communion saves, you need a priesthood, you need a bishop, we believe in that stuff. So it doesn't really bother us. Again, we don't think that if you don't have an ordained, if your pastor isn't called a priest, he's called a pastor. Oh, little son, you don't have sacraments anymore. I don't think that. But even if I did think that, it wouldn't be a problem for me because I'm an Anglican. But in terms of specifically Reformed theology, I think that Reformed theology is the true heir to Saint Augustine. And Augustine's, like the big player here because Rome loves Augustine. Protestants love Augustine. Lutherans love Augustine. The Calvinists love Augustine. We're all trying to claim Augustine. We're all trying to pull him limb by limb. He's mine. I think that we've got him. No, obviously, Augustine taught many things that we would disagree with. And we teach things that he would probably disagree if he heard about it. But I think that we have the most logically consistent Augustinian theology. I think that Augustine's theology necessarily leads to double predestination, and monergism, and a deterministic view of history, that sort of thing. And I think that Calvinists have that. And I think it's the most biblical. Like, Ephesians 1 and 2, Romans 9, these key texts, people roll their eyes because we always bring it up. But we bring it up because they're really solid. They're really solid for arguing our case. I've got articles on my blog that just have a massive amount of biblical text to prove the sort of Calvinist view. So I guess in summary, a lot of the Roman Catholic arguments aren't an issue for us. And the things that we have that are distinctive to Reformed theology, I think, are biblical and are Augustinian. Obviously, a lot of church fathers didn't believe in monergism and determinism, that sort of thing. That's not really an issue for me. I can explain why that's not an issue for me if you want. But I guess I could probably give a better answer if I thought about it for a little bit longer. But that's the answer I'd give for now.
No, that's good, and that's one of my favorite things to ask people, and we'll revisit this here in a couple of minutes when we get to the end of our interview.